The next thing you need to do is formulate a thesis for your speech. A thesis is a declarative sentence that divides a topic into its major components and summarizes the main points of the speech. So for an informative speech, the thesis is relatively objective and neutral in manner. You're not trying to persuade, you're not trying to change it, you're just trying to inform the audience of this piece of information, and you're going to do it in these ways. Real simple, straightforward. In a persuasive speech, the thesis is called a claim, and it expresses an arguable opinion or point of view. It's very important. Your thesis has to be something that you can argue. It has to be something that you can express in the terms of an argument, or you can't persuade your audience. An effective thesis statement fulfills 5 criteria, and these are in your book. The first is it is a single sentence that conveys the essence of the speech. If you can't get your thesis into a single sentence, you need to go back and revise your thesis. It needs to be an idea that you can sum up in a single sentence. Secondly, a good thesis focuses the attention of the audience on what they should know, how they should feel, what they should do. It orients them towards the behavioral expectation that you have from them as a result of the speech. So you're going to state that in the introduction. You're going to restate that perhaps in different words in the conclusion. You're going to tell them, this is what I want you to, this is what I expect, this is where we're going, this is what I'm trying to persuade you of. And then you're going to wrap it up by saying, this is what I have attempted to persuade you of. The third function of a good thesis is that it forecasts the organization of the speech. If you write your thesis statement correctly, you have a statement or a claim or what you're going to do, and then you have 2 or 3 ways you're going to do that. And you automatically have the elements that go into the outline for your speech. Now you know. This is what you're doing, and these are your main points. And then you can develop sub-points to go under your main points, all on the basis of your thesis statement. A good thesis statement is phrased diplomatically. It's not offensive. The language doesn't come across offensive. And finally, it supports the specific purpose that you developed in the last step. That specific idea of what it is you want to do. A good thesis statement supports that, expands or better explains how you're going to accomplish that, and gives you the framework for the speech. Now, there's a lot more information in Chapter 6. I've just tried to touch on the high points. I think I've covered the length of it and the breadth of it, but there's some depth that you can dig into. Be sure and read the chapter. You will be responsible for everything that's in the chapter when it comes time for the midterm. And so with that, we'll move to chapter 18.